Well, hello. My name is Daddy-O. I do some YouTube and a little bit of Ubering from time to time. Uh, I'm going to readdress a subject today on the Uber rental thing because I've gotten some comments. I've let this subject lay for a few days. I've been talking about other things, but because this morning when I turned on my YouTube studio and I hit on community down there to look at some comments, uh, I had 3 comments sitting there in a row off of 3 different videos from people that are renting vehicles to do their Ubering in. So if you've never seen me before, do this. If you're interested in doing a rental or you're doing a rental, stay to the end of the video, okay? Because I'm going to talk about a few things along the way here that you may be interested in. So a lot of the comments I get from time to time, not these were good ones, are from people that just didn't stick around to hear everything I got to say. So if you would, just hang on, all right? I might address something that you need to know about. You can buy Daddy-O a cup of coffee down at the bottom if you like, if you get anything out of this. Subscribe. Hey, listen, also, my channel, this channel, and thank you guys that have been subscribing, I'm getting close to the 2,000 subscribers. All right, the push for 2,000 now is on. I'm over 1,800. So if you can, if you like, if you get anything informational out of here, subscribe. Help the old man out. See if I can get to 2,000. If I can get to 2,000, I'm gonna do some things different. I've had little goals along the way doing this channel. So the 1,000 got met. Now I'm trying to get to the 2,000. And once I do that, I'm gonna do some things that are different. So ring the bell, do all that kind of stuff. But here we go. I'm going to read a couple of these comments I'm getting from people that are doing the Uber rental thing. And they seem to be making it work. So let's go to the first one. This was on a video I did here recently. The title of the video was "The Biggest Mistake Uber Drivers Make by Not Taking Breaks." This was just the other day. Let's go to this, read it now. So this is my second week of trying Uber rental program. And so far, so good. I'm definitely working a bit more now that I don't have to worry about maintenance. See, that's one of the biggest things I've been talking about. And that's a person right there talking about. They're working more because they don't have to worry about the maintenance that they would have to do on their own personal car. Blah, 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 blah. Let's go to the next one. Let's click on this one. This was on a video I did. I don't want to go that way. This is on a video. Don't rent a car for Uber without knowing this crucial info. This was not long ago neither. Didn't know that. I've been renting for 7 months and they're paying $371 a week. That's with insurance. And I keep 2 weeks of rental payments in my business account. So see, I keep an extra week in my account. They're keeping a week, 2 weeks in their account. I added a few coins also into that account. I grew up around Detroit taxi cab drivers and have seen money they were making by renting cabs. I do have other income. Let's see, I'm telling you, get more than one income going. I do have other income coming in. I have a vehicle, but the rental process is Bossmatic. All right. Stay Bossmatic. I love it. I love it. I love it. So that's someone, again, that's familiar with the transportation business, with the cab business. They've seen it for years. They know how it works. I also did the cab business. I've seen how it works. Renting a vehicle to do my Ubering in is cheaper than renting a cab to go do a cab work in. Sorry. Let's go to the next one down here. This was on a different video. The secret reason I'm making more money with Uber by renting. This was a video I did some time ago. Let's see here. Short and sweet. I don't get the stigma of renting. I have 4 cars and still rent when it's busy and not of the best condition. So here's someone that owns 4 vehicles that still rents a vehicle to go do their Ubering in. All right. These are people that have seen the benefits of making the rental work for them. Not just me. I'm not the only one out here saying do it, do it, do it. And you gotta look into your own circumstances, your own situation. Now, with this, if you've already watched this far, you get the unlimited miles. You get insurance is included. You get roadside assistance. Maintenance is included. All these benefits by renting to do your Ubering in, which takes a lot of worry, as you've heard right there. It takes a lot of worry out of people's minds when they're doing it. So renting a vehicle to do your Ubering in is not something that's far-fetched. It's not something that I just come up with. You've been able to rent vehicles. I think 8-9 years they've been doing this program, or a program something like this for Uber. I find it is the easiest way to do my stuff. It gets me. It makes you motivated. I've said this in other videos. It makes you motivated to get up and go to work. You don't have to think about those miles that you're fixing to put on your vehicle. You don't have to think about that maintenance. You don't have to think about, well, my car's not been doing too good here lately. If I take that trip, it might break down on me if I go that far. You don't have to think about those kind of things. It makes Ubering simple. And here are other people off of 3 different videos that have commented about how they are using the rental system. And there are more. That's just the 3 that popped up in a row this morning off of 3 different videos when I hit on my community to see some comments that have come in. And there they are. Other people are making it work. I'm not the only one. It takes the burden off of having to worry. You know, I talked about that when I first started talking about the ease of doing this. That was my biggest thing. I don't have to worry about a half a dozen other things that could go wrong during the day when I'm out with my personal vehicle. I don't have to think about those things. They're just not there anymore. It's come out, jump in the vehicle, push the button on the dash, let it crank up, warm up, stretch a little bit, get ready to go, hit your phone, turn your phone on, and go to work. You know, that's the simpleness of renting. And yes, I've had a lot of comments over time where people say, no, you're spending all that money a week to do. Yeah, but you're getting out making more money. Dang it, man. Dang it, man. This is just not, I don't know. I'm not going to try to sell anyone on it today. I just wanted to make some, refresh some comments here that come up to encourage people that I'm not the only one out here saying it works. It works. I've said it. You've heard me say it before. Now you've heard other people saying it works. It works for them. One guy, he goes out and uses a rental when the weather conditions or the conditions warranted. That might be, it's more busier in his area. He'd rather go out and run a rental vehicle instead of running one of his other 4 vehicles. It works. So don't just rely on me to say it does. Come back though, because I'm going to have more information on this from time to time when I get comments, especially comments encouraging. I've done comments in the past where people were shooting it down, and we've all laughed about that because you can't shoot something down that works for other people. And here, this has worked for other people, not just me. I'm not the one out here saying, go do it. I'm not that, a few weeks ago, a couple months ago, man, it might have been. He's a PR person. He's working for Avis. He's working for Uber. No. Anyway, guys, have fun today. Daddy-O's having fun. Enjoy yourselves. Daddy-O out. Bye.